Rajratnam, Sip Parathiyama, Sip Ansul, Sip Karan, Sip Bliko, Sip Rumataji, Sip Aero, Sip Sudeep, Bhargava, Sip Yogini, and the rest of you whom I can't see. Welcome to an evening, a Friday evening of Zoom. And it is a joy to have all of you in this call. And I hope that we have an interesting session today. Something is holding us back from realization and liberation. What? Something is holding us back from realization and from liberation. Today we are going to touch this question. What is that is holding us back from realization and liberation? It's an important session, and I hope that you will ask questions, because at the end of the day, we want people to reach that point of realization, of liberation. And I hope that we will get to find out what is holding us back. A lot of people joining the call still. So let us start. The call is going to be very interesting. The first question that comes to my mind: are you enlightened? Are you liberated? If not, what is holding you back? If you are not yet enlightened, you are not yet liberated. The two simple steps in today's call. The two simple steps: are you enlightened? Are you liberated? If not, what is holding us back? Every seeker must analyze. Nobody told that your visual is off. You could not see me, but I think you are all huh? So you were just listening to me on audio, but okay, that is part of the game of life. At least you were listening to me. It's not that you were not listening to me. Every seeker must analyze, where am I? What is stopping me from enlightenment? We must measure our progress. What cannot be measured cannot be improved. It's very important to measure progress. In life, how do we know that we are moving forward? In the highway of life, we often have what is called milestones. If we don't have milestones, we don't know. If we are driving from, if Ashok Chotwani is driving from Ulhasnagar to Bombay, he must understand how many kilometers to go. Bombay 200, Bombay 190, Bombay 180, Bombay 170. Then you know as to what is the distance. And there was once a monk. A monk was walking, and the man started walking with him. And the man asked the monk, how much time will it take us to reach the next town? These monks, these swamis, they walk from one town to another town. So the monk kept quiet. He didn't answer. He got up and continued walking. He told the man, come on. He gave ishara, follow me. Man found it strange. Man walked for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the monk stopped. And he said, it will take 2 hours to reach the town. The man was confused, and he asked him, I asked you half an hour back how long it will take to reach the town. You're answering the question after half an hour. The monk said, how do I know your speed of walking? How do I know your speed of walking? Only after me walking with you for such a long time, I was able to understand this is your speed. Now I know you will take, say, 1 hour to reach the town. So my dear friends, we must know at what pace we are walking. We know the destination is enlightenment. But when will you reach? When will you reach this destination called enlightenment? This is the big challenge that we have. Let us create some situations in today's talk. Situation number 1. You have not realized the truth. Suppose there are people in this call, you have not realized the truth. You have the knowledge. You have all the knowledge, but there's no realization. What is the realization you need? Who am I? Why am I here? What is the soul? Where is God? What is my purpose? What happens at death? What is enlightenment? What is liberation? Oh, there are many questions that we need answers. How are we going to reach that step of realization? So the first situation is not realized. Second situation, you don't even have the knowledge. You don't even have the knowledge of realization. Why you don't have knowledge of realization? You follow every guru. Monday you follow Monday. I won't give names, otherwise you will think I'm. Monday you will follow guru number A. Tuesday you will follow mission number B. Wednesday you will go to temple number C. Thursday you will go to Swami number D. Friday you will go to, maybe you will come on the Zoom call. So, so what happens is you are confused. So many ideologies, so many religions, so many theologies, so much knowledge. Your cup of knowledge is full. You don't have the right knowledge. You're completely confused. The third situation is you have realization, complete realization, but there is no liberation because you're a slave of the body, mind, and ego. So I'm trying to give you situations where you could be. You could be situation A, you could be situation B, you could be situation C. I want to understand which situation you are in, so I could help you. How can I help you otherwise? If I'm not able to, if I understand as to which situation you are, it's impossible for me to help you to reach to the top. So is it because you lack realization? Is it because you lack knowledge? Is it because you lack you lack the the basic liberation? Which means that you have got all it takes. You've got the realization, you've got the knowledge, but there's no liberation. So you are slave of the samsara. You are slave of the body. So I want to understand today as to where you are, my dear friends. Because if you get there, then you know. So very often I ask people this. I ask people, Tattvamasi neti neti tum ho vahi ye nahi Tattvamasi neti neti tum ho vahi ye nahi Mahavakya ye कहता है यही सच में तुम आत्मा तन मन नहीं. You are a ruh, you are an atma. Do you realize that? This is very important. So some of times it's there. मतलब है क्या गर तू ये नहीं तू एक आत्मा है सच है यही प्रभु का एहसास करना होगा तो होगा तू यही ना होगा तू वही मालूम होगा तुझे जब तू वही तन मन बुद्धि नहीं है तू एक आत्मा है. Can you sing this song? You must sing the song every day. Tattvamasi neti 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 Thou art that, not this, not this, not the body, not the mind. You are not the body, you are not the mind. You know, sometimes when you sing, singing can create inside you a power. And that power can liberate you. Therefore, it's very important for us to sing. Situation number 4, you have the realization, you have the liberation, but sometimes you fall. Sometimes you fall in yoga. Sometimes you're not able to keep that unity with the divine. So that is why is that happening? Because you are not making it the priority of your life. If you make it the priority of your life, then it will not be like this. What must you say? You need to say, Mere dil mein बस एक तुम ही हो तन मन में और कोई नहीं हो ऐसा हो जाए बस एक तुम ही हो इतना भर दे. You must tell Lord, fill me so deeply that I am full of you. I want to be full of you. है ये आस्था मुकम्मल तुम ही हो, जीवन में मेरे और कुछ नहीं हो, तन मन मेरा तुम बस तुम ही हो, और कुछ भी आए जगह नहीं हो, मेरे तन मन में मुकम्मल तुम ही हो. This word मुकम्मल is beautiful. मेरे तन मन में मुकम्मल तुम ही हो. I tell the divine, oh divine, I want you. Oh divine, I want you. I want you. I want you all the time. I want you and only you and only you. This is a situation number 4, where sometimes we don't have this feeling that, oh divine, I seek you and nothing but you. So my dear friends, what today's question session is not a lecture. I'm not here to give you too much lecture today. Today I want to understand from you, where are you in this journey? Where are you, my dear friends? Are you a situation number 1, situation number 2, situation number 5? You're already enlightened. You're already liberated. You're a Jivan Mukta. You cannot slip. Just remain as a Sthit Pragya. Not easy, but that state you become a yogi. योगी जो योग में सदा ही रहे, प्रभु के योग में रहे. This is a big challenge in life. Can we remain in that state of yoga? Can we remain in that state of eternal union with the divine? If we can, fantastic. My dear friends, situation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Situation 6, I don't know. You tell me. Where are you? Do you have knowledge? 1 is knowledge, which you can get in college. 2 is realization. 3 is liberation. 4 is liberation, but sometimes falling. 5 is no falling. Enlightened, liberated. 6, I don't know the situation. Where are you? Which situation are you? You tell me. Because we have to go through these situations to find a solution. Right? I told you today, no lecture. Today we want solution. 1, are you confused? Are you confused? You don't know what you want. You don't know where you are going. What is the solution if you're confused? Are you like that person? That person asks, sir, where you are going, sir? Sir, where you are going, sir? He told, ask the horse. Ask the horse. Because I am not the boss. Who is the boss? The monkey mind, the rascal, the shaitan. The shaitan knows where I'm going. I don't know. The shaitan takes me. Kabhi idhar, kabhi udhar. The shaitan goes on driving the horse and we don't know. Situation number 1. Situation number 2, we are not confused. We are clear of the direction, but we are not getting the realization. What must you do when you are not getting the realization? Now, but in that case, what I tell people when they say I'm not getting the realization, I say, aankhein khol. What I tell? Aankhein khol. क्यों तू अंधा है, सच क्या है, क्या ना दिखता है, विवेक से है जीना, आंखें खोलनी है, आंखें जो बंद करता वो तो गिरता है, मन के अंधे ना है बनना, विवेक से हमें है जीना. So I'm asking you today, आंखें खोल, क्या तू अंधा है? जीवन में यूं ही बहक जाते, मकसद जीवन का नहीं पाते, जीवन की प्राथमिकता हम भूलते. प्राथमिकता means we forget the priority. संसार में यूं ही डूब जाते, विवेक से नहीं हम सोचते हैं, मन के ख्यालों में खो जाते. जो विवेक से जीता सही वो है सोचता, वही तो मुक्ति पाता है, वही तो सच में जीता है. We have to use the बुद्धि. जो बुद्धि से नहीं पर जो मन से काम करते, लोग उन्हें बुद्धू कहते हैं. I like the word बुद्धू. Hey बुद्धू, hey बुद्धू. Wake up, Buddhu, because we have to not be Buddhu. If we are Buddhu, then we will be cutting kaddu. Because all through life we will be cutting kaddu, because we are Buddhu. So we have to get out of this kaddu business. My dear friends, you have the realization, situation 3, but you're unable to get liberation. You are not able, you know everything. Yalla gutta, all I know, sab malum hai, but not able to get liberation. How? You say, मैं तो ये तमन्ना हूं ना मैं अहंकार, सच में तो मैं जानू मैं आत्मा और कुछ ना, एहसास हुआ फिर भी फंसा, एक युद्ध मेरे अंदर लड़ता मैं हमेशा, मैं फंसा, मैं खुद में फंसा, मैं फंसा, मैं खुद में, I am stuck within myself. There is a war inside me. There's a war. There is a war. Oh Lord, I am caught in a war inside me. Inside me, there's a war. How to win that war? Because I am caught in this war. Yudh. My dear friends, you have attained realization and liberation, but every now and then you slip. You lose consciousness. How are you going to solve the problem? So I want to understand today where you are, and I want to help you. I want to help you because how do I help you reach the state? Realization, enlightenment. Only 2 points, nothing else. We don't need anything else. Satya kya hai aur mithya hai kya? हमें विवेक से मालूम करना, शांति में जी के प्रश्न है करना, तलाश में हमें है जाना, जीवन का मकसद एक यही है, सच का एहसास है करना, चैन खोना है ना कभी. We have not to lose peace of mind. Peace you don't have to find, it is within. You have to still the mind. But we are unable to still the mind. Why? Why are we unable to still the mind? Because the mind is very full of agitation. And the mind is full of agitation. Therefore, we are unable to still the mind. My dear friends, this is not an easy journey. It is told of the story of Vivekananda. Vivekananda was supposed to be, I think he went to a function. Was it a king or was it a very, very powerful person who called Vivekananda for a function? And a dancer was performing a dance. And they called Vivekananda, come. He refused to come. He locked himself in the room. The dancer, she was like a prostitute. She was upset. And she started singing for Vivekananda. Oh, Vivekananda, what words, I'm not having it here. She said, you are supposed to be an enlightened saint and you're scared to come in front of me. You're supposed to be an enlightened saint, but you're scared to come of me. How can you be enlightened? How can you call yourself as an enlightened saint? You're scared to come in front of me. Then Vivekananda came outside. Yes, you can. Rajesh knows the song. You know the song. You please sing it after the session, Rajesh, because now we are not muted. Don't forget to sing the song. Though we might have, I think we can't unmute. She has muted everybody right now. Everybody is not allowed to speak. Though we might have the knowledge and realization, this was Vivekananda's test. He came outside and then he was strong. My dear friends, situation 5, you are already a Jivan Mukta. You have realized, you are enlightened, you are liberated. What are you doing in life? Have you surrendered your life to the divine? Are you living as a divine instrument? For you, to you, I tell you this. जीवन मुक्ता वो कौन है, मिथ्य से जो मुक्ति पाता, स्थित प्रज्ञा वो कौन है, सत्य के चित्त में जो रहता, मिथ्य मिथ्य है ये सत्य नहीं है, इसका एहसास वो है करता, सत्य के चित्त में वो है रहता, आनंदा में वो जीता, सच्चिदानंदा में वो जीता. So this is what I'm telling you. Are you that person who I tell you then? सत्य के चित्त में रहता, आनंदा में रहता सच्चिदानंदा हाल है जो सच के एहसास से होता आनंदा में. We want to reach that state of Ananda. We want to reach that state of Sat Chit Ananda. My dear friends, when you become one with the divine, when you become one with the divine, the bliss is beyond expression. The goal is to be in yoga. I tell people always be in yoga. Don't break the yoga. Because if you break the yoga, then everything is gone. Don't break the yoga. Always keep connected. And that is the challenge. Be connected with the divine. Be connected with SIP. This is the goal. So my dear friends, if you are not under any of these situations, then I don't know your situation. You're in a unique situation. Tell me so I could help you. Today's session, I want to help people. 2 steps. Step 1, enlightenment. Step 2, liberation. We want to find a situation out of unhappiness. We should not cry and die. I want you to reach that state of eternal happiness. Today, I just finished a book. I'm writing a new book. It is called The 3 Peaks of Happiness. The 3 Peaks of Happiness is a 2nd edition. It's a beautiful book. I can promise you this book is going to be beautiful. It has got A to Z of happiness. Superb. It is coming out so beautiful. I mean, I myself am amazed because I don't write the book. SIP writes the book. And SIP writes the book, and SIP takes care of the book, and SIP edits the book, and SIP releases the book. So we don't do anything. Everything is done by SIP. So my dear friends, 2 important steps: enlightenment, liberation, or realization, liberation. For this key point, overcome ignorance, realize the truth. Where are you on that path? Any more ignorance? Do you want to realize any truth? Every day I'm available. I'm your servant. Every day in Zoom call at your service. Whatever you want, I'm at your service. But you're not asking questions. How to help you? Huh? Realization is not enough. I want you to open your wings and fly in the sky. I want to, what I feel like telling you today, today I have a song for you. What is the song for you? The song for you today is this. उड़ जा रे पंछी पिंजरे से उड़ जा ये तन है पिंजरा और तू है आत्मा जीवन का मकसद मुक्ति पाना है प्रभु को है पाना ना पिंजरे में लॉक होना ना खुद को है फसाना उड़ जा रे पंछी पिंजरे में पिंजरे से उड़ जा. Don't lock yourself in a cage. My dear friends, we have to fly. We have to mukti. Mukti means open your wings and fly. Don't lock. Every time I get a challenge, I break free. Every time I get a challenge, I say, God, I want mukti. I want mukti. Mukti is the key word. We sometimes feel secure in a cage like that bird. One cage in Switzerland, I saw one bird. One cage opened, the bird left. She went another cage, the bird went and got caught. Why? Because the bird did not want to be free in the sky. From one cage to another cage. Have you seen that video? I made a video. So we should not be like that. We should realize, because the only way to become one with the Lord in the sky is to fly, is to be free, not to get caught in a cage. My dear friends, there are 2 litmus tests today. Litmus test means in school I learned you turn litmus, I think one red turns blue and blue turns red. I don't remember exactly, but you all should know. Litmus test. Litmus test number 1. Do you have realization? If you have realization, you have all the answers. And litmus test number 2. Do you have liberation? If you have liberation, you have no suffering. What is litmus test number 2? That you have no suffering. Have you overcome all suffering? If you have overcome all suffering, if you're a person, tell me, I don't have any suffering. I am always in Ananda. Then you are liberated. Or realization, I have no questions. You are telling me to ask question and ask care. Why should I ask? I have no questions. I know all the answers. Then I tell you, I have a question. If you know all the answers, then tomorrow you take the session. Then I know that you know all the answers. And I will ask you a question. So I'm waiting for some people, some of the masters on this call, I'm waiting for you to take the session. I've already thrown open the challenge. You take. Ask AiR by Ashok Nichani, Ashok Chotwani, whoever. I want you to take. I'm challenging you. You take Ask AiR. AiR will ask. It'll become not Ask AiR, it'll be AiR Ask. And you will answer the questions. I'm waiting to salute who's the one who's going to take the first session. That means you have all realization. You have all the answers. First litmus test, answers. Second litmus test, there is no suffering. I wish I can help you achieve this. This is the mission of my life. The mission of my life, what do I seek? I seek nothing. I have everything. I don't seek anything. Huh? I have SIP. SIP is beside me. SIP is inside me. So I always tell SIP, what do I tell SIP? Dur nahi ho, har pal tu paas mere hai. SIP has given me yoga. I'm always united with SIP, my divine. I'm always united with my divine. This is the blessing of SIP, that I'm ever united with the divine. And this is what I want to help you achieve. The moment you are enlightened, the moment you are liberated, you start the journey of helping others. So my dear friend, today, what is the session? The session is all about two words, two keywords. Are you enlightened? Are you liberated? Just two keywords, only two: enlightenment and liberation. This first, you have to tell, do you know where you are going? Do you know where you are going? Are you following magic? MAGIC. Are you following Pirlu? These are two words, just Zoom words. Do you want help? Ask. Don't think, blink and sink. Don't miss the opportunity, my dear friend. This life journey, remember this, Manav Janam Anmol hai. Na mile barambar. This is what Dada used to say. Manav Janam Anmol hai. Na mile ye barambar. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this whole thing is that the life, human birth doesn't come so easily. Don't think that you can be born as a human being every time. No, you cannot. This is a rare opportunity. And about 5 years back, I wrote a book. It's called I Am Not I. It is a best-selling book. We have got this book. It's a best-selling book. And so we are going to rewrite this book. It is such a best-selling book that we have decided to rewrite it. And I will be talking about this book next week. Next week, we will be talking about I Am Not I. But today, I am going to ask you to ask me questions. I don't want you to miss today the opportunity of these two important things. One, how can I be enlightened? Two, how can I be liberated? This is the challenge for today. So, Administrator, we will let people ask questions. And first, I think Rajesh wanted to say something. So, Rajesh.
I just wanted to tell that song.
Yes, please tell, Rajesh. We are waiting to hear the song.
That song, Prabhu More Avagun Chitna Dharo Samadarshi Hai Naam Tiharo Chahe to par karo Prabhu More Avagun Chitna Dharo.
Namaskar to you and salam to you, Rajesh. Look at this. When Rajesh comes on the call like this and sings, when Girish comes on the call and sings, what does this show? This shows the commitment to the journey of realization. It's not easy, my dear friends. Don't think Rajesh and Girish are singing because they are not eating butta on the road. Everybody likes to eat butta on the road. Who doesn't like to eat pani puri on the road? But it takes time. It takes time for Rajesh to remember the song of Vivekananda and sing, or for Girish suddenly to come at the session and to sing a song. No. And for all of those who prepare questions and ask questions, there are many of you. There are about 10, 12, 15 of you who ask questions regularly. It is so important, my dear friends. Because there can be no greater reward than this. Let me tell you one thing. Enlightenment, liberation. There can be no, even the richest of millionaires and billionaires are poorer than an enlightened and liberated soul. Therefore, today, let us get into active question answers. But there should be, you should submit where you are, which situation you are. How can I help you? Where are you caught? Is it you lack knowledge, you lack realization, you lack liberation, you slip, you lack yoga? What is missing in your life? Over to you. Please ask. Or you're already enlightened and liberated. Then you take charge.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, Bolo Shivam.
Sir, nowadays I am living a life of a yogi mostly.
Okay.
But sometimes my mind overtakes consciousness and I slip. So how to overcome mind in certain condition?
So the first point I have to ask you is, do you have all the answers or some answers you don't have?
Actually, sir, I have got the answers while reading the books.
No.
I am mostly,
Are the answers in your memory or are they answers in your consciousness?
No, consciousness. Answers are in my consciousness.
Then let you take up one session, ask it tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
But still, I am not so perfect, sir.
No. Okay, maybe we will ask you a few questions. See what happens, Ashok. We have to go there. It is 2 steps. Okay. Now, if we do not pass school, can we get into college?
No, sir.
So first we have to pass school. And for liberation, first there must be realization, complete realization. And there must be no subject which is not realized. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Who am I? Am I body, mind, ego? I am the soul. Who is God? Where is God? What is God? What happens at death? We should be absolutely clear. There should be no hesitation. In that state of realization, then comes liberation. And in that state of liberation, when you're missing, sometimes you're slipping, the mind is overtaking you. You have to work on that, Ashok. So you have to be very clear. And I'm asking you the question, in what circumstance the mind overtakes you? Is it the same problem the mind is overtaking you always, or different problems?
No. Mostly, sir, family problems. Due to family problems,
the same person. No. In your family, the same person is troubling you again and again, or different people are troubling you?
Different people, sir.
So therefore, it's not like, see, suppose I have a problem where only one problem is troubling me, only one problem. Then I have to overcome that one problem. But if I have different problem A, problem B, problem C, problem D, then I have a problem with the mind. Because the mind is troubling with me A, B, C, D. But if the problem is only A, then I have to solve problem A.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, sir, I understand. Yeah.
So it is, for example, if one man has got a addiction for only drinking, then he has to solve the problem of drinking. But suppose he has got an addiction of drinking also, and smoking also, and gambling also, then the problem is different. Then he doesn't have one addiction. The problem is he's got many addictions. Then that problem becomes completely different. So, Ashok, I would like you to analyze a little bit more. And if we still have 20 minutes, 30 minutes in today's call, if you'd like to explain a little bit more, I'm not asking you to give the exact detail, but how to help you. Why is the mind, for example, I was feeling I'm slipping in one yoga. I was in the yoga, I was slipping in one yoga. Then I realized I don't have to slip from the yoga to the bhoga.
Yeah.
I have to slip from the yoga to another yoga. So I corrected it.
Yeah.
So there is a way to correct. I want to help you correct it. What is my job? My job is to help you to correct it. That is all my job. I have no other job. My job is to help you.
Yeah.
So please try
And
to
also,
identify.
sir, And sir, I also want to increase my yearning for God. SIP, sir. How to increase the yearning for SIP?
So what stops you from yearning for SIP? You know what stops you from yearning for SIP? I'll tell the answer. You want the answer?
Yeah, of course, I want your answer.
The reason you are yearning for, no, you are not, you want to increase your yearning for SIP is because your yearning is for something else. You're dividing your yearning. So therefore, the prayer in your heart has to be, मेरे दिल में बस एक तुम ही हो. So this is what you need. You have to make SIP the priority. The problem, Ashok, sometimes we want this, ye bhi chahiye, wo bhi chahiye. When you want this also, that also, then how you balance, Ashok?
Actually,
Suppose,
I had to totally surrender. No, sir. Actually, I had to totally surrender to SIP.
See, suppose I say, I love God a lot. I love God a lot. I'm yearning for God. But I love my son. So what to do? I love my son. So little bit, some percentage I love my son. Then rest of the percentage I love God. Can I attain God?
No, sir.
Cannot. I have to love my son also as God. I cannot love my son. I cannot have duality. There must be single pointed focus. There must be the priority. The priority. And this is a major problem in the world. We are bhatak jate. Bhatak means the mind distracts us. And we slip away to some unnecessary, irrelevant yearning. Ashok, you have to ask yourself the question, what is the benefit of that yearning? I am yearning for something other than SIP. I am yearning for something which is not the divine. What will I get? What is the benefit? If I get that also, what is the use? You have to ask the question. If I get, I want SIP. I want SIP to be the priority. Okay. So I have to keep SIP 100% priority. So I don't give 100% priority. I give 70% priority or 80% priority. In the 20%, what I'm giving priority is useless. But it is because of the mind I am going there. Because of the mind I am being pulled in that direction. What is the benefit of that? If you use the intellect, Ashok, if you use buddhi, if we use consciousness, then we will realize that I should not be deviating 20% away from SIP. I should be giving, Ashok, just to tell you, before I started my Talash with Dadaji in 2012, I started the Talash, but I did not give full priority. I gave only 50% priority. I had A priority Talash and B priority, I was doing my business, my everything. So 50% Talash, 50%. What I achieved, Ashok, in 1 year? What do you think I achieved?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. Nothing. Even though I gave 50% priority, I gave 50%. I should have achieved 50%. No, because I gave 50% priority, I achieved 0. Next year, what did I do, Ashok? Next year, how much priority I gave?
100%. Sir.
100%. What did I achieve?
Everything, sir.
Everything I got. See, you know all the answers, Ashok. You know all the answers. Thank you for giving all the answers. We should not lose our devotion for SIP. We should, in life, let me tell you one thing. What is the song? Mila to kya mila samsar se. This is beautiful. What does the song says? Samsar se घर मिल गया सब मिला तो क्या मिला संसार में जो भी जीता अंत में दुखी होता संसार से मुक्त होना प्रभु को हमें पाना यही मकसद है जीने का. Ashok, you must remember this bhajan. Don't ever forget this bhajan. This bhajan is beautiful. What is it, Ashok? This bhajan? संसार की माया से मुक्त होना भक्त मुक्ति से ये होता है, प्रभु से गर प्यार इतना हो जाएगा, मुक्त फिर वो होता है, प्रभु से प्यार इतना हो तो संसार से कुछ ना चाहता, बस मुक्ति वो चाहता है. I hope you are hearing. I'm singing so deeply for you because I want to help you. My goal is to help you to reach your goal. Enlightenment, liberation. That's all. There are only two steps. Only two steps, my dear friends. One, enlightenment. Two, liberation. Only two steps. One step, first step of achievement, enlightenment. Second step, liberation.
Liberation.
So Ashok, please think. I know that you know what the problem is, but you have answered the question. You know the problem, now solve it. We have got Bliss.
Thank you.
Bliss is saying,
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. For my part, I have achieved many realizations. Bliss says, for my part, I have achieved many realizations, but often I let myself be carried away by flow of my thoughts and the external lila. I no longer have any interest in the daily conflicts and drama. They have become more commonplace. I turn the page more easily. I seek happiness in the moment without forcing anything. I'm still struggling at liberation, I think. What do you think about my evolution? Bliss. I told you.
Yes.
99% is not enough. 99% means 1% is still open. You must seek this 100%. Try. Remember this. Enlightenment is not an easy job. Don't think the reward of enlightenment is too big. The reward of enlightenment is too big. It's too beautiful. It's too blissful. It's too peaceful. It's the biggest gift in your life. But how will you get that enlightenment? Don't say, Bliss, sometimes I slip, sometimes my mind take me here and there. Sometimes, Ashok Chotwani said, no, sometime the mind will make me. This sometime business, you have to stop it. Because when you want to be in yoga, you must be in yoga all the time. And I'm telling you, it is very beautiful. Nothing to worry. You will not lose anything. Some people are scared. Oh, if I give up 100%, then what if I lose? But they're scared. If I give up 100%, what if I lose? What if someday, one day I miss this? Then where I will go? This is the trick of mind and ego, me. The mind tricks us into feeling insecure. Some people are holding spirituality with 80%, 90%. But 10% they are holding samsar. Why they are holding 10% samsar? Suppose I get a kick in spirituality, then where I will go? No. You need faith. You need unconditional faith. T-R-U-S-T. Trust means total reliance. Unconditional surrender to the Almighty. When you trust, today I was walking with somebody, Bliss. I was walking with somebody and it was a storm. In Thailand, there was a storm. I was walking with somebody and from the tree, a lot of small coconuts were falling. A lot of coconuts. So the person running, oh, escape coconut, escaping coconut. And I was not running. Why I was not running? Why I was not running?
Because I faith without hurt by coconut.
Because the coconut is not, nobody is throwing coconut on me. It's natural. If the coconut has to hit my head, it will hit. It is not that I can escape the coconut. It's not possible for me to escape the coconut. If the coconut was to fall on my head, it will fall. You have to have, it's not something like, it's under our control, human control. So what I'm saying, faith and trust is very, very important. Okay. So I hope you understand Bliss and Ashok Chotwani. Who's the next? spiritual champion who's going to ask the question. Since you're not asking, I have got Ajitek after a long time. What was end of Swami Vivekananda's story? Vivekananda, he was hiding in the room and the prostitute was dancing. So Vivekananda came outside and then he was strong and he did not, he looked into the eyes of the prostitute and she was singing and she was dancing and he was strong. That shows he had the power. He did not sink. He did not feel that girl did not overtake him. He was scared that he would be overtaken by the girl. Harsh, how to remove attachment even after being awakened at any height you get again in world attachment pain. How? See, attachment is bhoga. Convert the bhoga into yoga. As long as there is bhoga, there will be pain. Convert the bhoga into yoga. Learn to surrender, learn to accept, learn to be united with the divine. The answer, Harsh, is yoga. Yogini and then Bliko. Yes, Yogini. So today, remember, don't forget the main subject. We are talking about 4 or 5 different stages. Where are you? Where are you stuck? That is today's Friday session. Yes, Yogini.
I'm in the 3rd stage. That is, I have knowledge, I have realized, but stuck in the BME. The yoga part of it, I'm slipping all the time.
What is making you slip? Is it one person? Or is it your mind? Sometimes it may be one person is pulling you. Maybe only one person. Or maybe it is 2 persons pulling you. Or maybe it's your mind pulling you in 5 different directions. Or maybe it's your senses that are pulling you into the sensual world. What?
Morning when I get up, like I have to start following the yogas, the dhyana yoga, then the bhakti yoga. But there is again intervals, like I slip.
Why do you slip? Because of your choice or because somebody is forcing you?
Nobody is forcing me, but attachment to the family.
So then, as long as you have to ask yourself this question. By you being attached to the family, I'm asking you today the question. What are you going to get? What is the cost benefit analysis? Tell me, I'm not even asking the name, who, what, I'm not asking the question. You're attached to somebody. What is the benefit? Will that attachment liberate you? Will that attachment will give you little pleasure? That attachment, that either the company of that person or the relationship of that person will give you little pleasure, little happiness, little bliss. Is it worth losing your enlightenment? Is it worth you losing your liberation? You have to do a justification in your head. When you are not doing the justification in your head, Yogini, it shows your mind is in command. Your mind is taking the better of you. So you are like riding a horse which is driven by the mind. You are not the boss.
So how do I stop this, sir?
So no, you just forget about enlightenment. You come back, you die, and you come back again and again and again and again. Come back 4 or 5 times. Maybe after 4 or 5 janmas, then maybe you will change. You will realize.
But my goal is enlightenment.
But then you have to realize now. You know the problem. Suppose I'm telling you. Suppose I was getting acidity in my stomach. I was getting acidity in my stomach every day because I was eating roadside pani puri. And the doctor told me every day evening you're eating 1 pani puri, every day night you're burping, you have acidity, every day your problem is a pani puri. No, I don't want to give up the pani puri. So what then I have to choose? Either I live with the acidity and I die, or I give up the pani puri and I take something else instead of pani puri, which is not bad. So the problem is this, Yogini. What you are attached to is not taking you in the direction of enlightenment. Either what you're attached to should flip over and take you towards enlightenment, or you have to let go. If you cling onto something, Suppose today, how do I explain to you? Suppose you want to take a plane. You're in the airport and you want to take a plane. You have a boarding card, you have a ticket, you have a visa, you have a passport, you have everything. Now they are calling. Last and final call for Mrs. Komal, for Yogini Komal. Last and final call for Yogini Komal. But you are clinging on. You're clinging on to somebody in the airport. You're clinging on to somebody in the airport. And they're telling, come on, Mrs. Komal, we are closing the flight. Come on, Mrs. Komal, Yogini, we are closing the flight. Mrs. Yogini Komal, we are closing the flight. You are clinging, you are clinging, you are clinging. What's going to happen?
I'll lose the flight.
The flight will take off. You want to miss the flight? You will say, okay, I'll take the next flight. Next flight, you're still clinging. You will say, okay, I'll take the next flight. Next flight, you're still clinging. Finally, your life will be over clinging. Clinging to what? Clinging to meaningless things. The problem is the mind is clinging to useless things. Useless means it doesn't benefit. The mind is clinging to something which is not liberating us, not enlightenment, not liberation, some meaningless clinging. Then how will we attain? How will we attain? See, this is the problem. And the problem in samsara is how many people are going to give a support to us. Very few people are going to be there to support us, because 99% are in bhoga. 99% don't understand this subject. How will they support? They are working against us. Not their fault, it's just their bad karma. The people who are people maybe in your family, I'm not saying they are bad people, but maybe it's just their karma. They are not willing to be supporting you in the enlightenment journey. So what are you going to do? I hope you've understood. Bliko and then thank you. Bliko and Harsh. Yes, Bliko.
Shivam. Actually, I got all the answers from the first two question people. As you answered, explain very clearly, and what I can see in my case, that my vessel was full of dirt. Look like I emptied it out, I clean it, but there are some stickiness still there, which is not going, and I'm going to call privately for that, because that stickiness now, it is very clear, very visible, but I cannot get rid of that. Unless
But
the vessel is clean, I cannot get liberation or enlightenment. That
because you know that vessel has got that sticky dirt in the vessel, and
Yes.
every time you are cooking something, that's going to be spoiled. Every time you are cooking, because that sticky dirt is going to spoil the food. Again you throw the food, and you're putting new food and you're cooking, but the sticky dirt which you are sticking onto, which you are clinging onto, so you are not having the courage. You don't mind me saying, sometimes we don't have the courage. We don't have the courage to take that, what you call that brush, and remove that damaged sticking thing in the vessel, because we want that sticking thing in the vessel. We want that sticking thing. We are so attached to that sticky thing in the vessel that we don't mind it spoiling our food, but again and again our food is getting spoiled, and again our effort is getting wasted. But that damn sticky thing in the vessel remains there.
And one more thing, that I know what is buddhi and buddhu, but still that buddhness is still inside. I don't understand that. Why
No. It's not what you don't understand. You are not being strong enough. See, Bliko, sometimes it's about being strong. Sometimes it's about being more sharp. Sometimes it's not about forcing yourself. Sometimes it's about sharpness. Today morning, I was in one sankat. I also go through certain sankats. So today I was in a sankat, and I told Sip, I folded my hands. I said, why are you troubling me so much? Why you are troubling me so much? I want a way out of this problem. Tell me how to solve. And then Sip gave me an answer. Sip is inside, right? From inside I got the answer, not from outside. But sometimes we have to cry to Sip. We have to cry and tell Sip, I want you. I want you, and something is pulling me away from you. I don't want to lose you. Oh, my dear Sip, I don't want to lose you. And then Sip will give the solution. But we cannot cling to this bhoga. We cannot cling. Whatever Yogini, I told Yogini the analogy of the airport. And sometimes the analogies come here in this, and your analogy is also very good. That vessel, where I'm trying to cook something new in a vessel, and every time that dirty, sticky stuff is in the vessel, and it's smelling so badly, that sticky stuff in the vessel is smelling so badly that whatever I put into cooking, it gets the dirty, sticky smell coming into that, and the whole effort is wasted. Then again I'm cooking, but I don't have the guts to scrub it out. I don't have the guts to take a brush and to scrub it, or I don't have the guts to, damn it, throw that vessel. To throw that vessel and get a new vessel. I don't have the courage to do it. So then you will continue to suffer and suffer and suffer. So my dear friends, this journey of enlightenment and liberation is a beautiful journey. It is not that I tell you all to give up all your life. I don't tell you all you have to give up everything. But what is that something that you have to give up, which is holding you back from enlightenment and liberation? That you must realize it is a toxic poison that's holding you back. And toxic poison will never appear as toxic poison. It will appear as something very beautiful. It fools us. The poison appears as something very beautiful. Ultimately, we suffer. Ultimately, I told you, I just, where the song came from, I don't know. But I feel like singing it again, where it says, Samsar se घर मिल गया सब मिला तो क्या मिला. Yogini, लिखो, right or wrong? संसार में जो भी जीता अंत में दुखी होता. When are we going to let go of this samsar? When are we going to go on? How long will we go on clinging and clinging and clinging? Unless we want sip. Sip is so blissful. Sip is so divine. All the happiness comes in sip, comes with sip. Then why slip? When all the happiness comes with sip, then why slip?
And when we know clearly that time is ticking, anytime this show will end.
Then when there is so much bliss with sip, why should we slip? Why go on another ship? And why trip? Why not grip sip? Why not grip sip? Why climb on another ship which will make us trip? Why can't we grip sip? This is the question that we have to ask ourselves. Yes, thank you, Bliko. Rekha.
Shivoham AiR.
Shivoham.
I also slip sometimes into the bhoga, but as you said, I also cry with sip that I want only you. Help me. I need only you and no one else.
Crying is not enough. You must really want.
Yes,
you keep on telling Sip, I want you, Sip, I want you, Sip, I want you. No, you must really want. Which means, Sip, I want only you are saying, Rekha, but you are not letting go of other things.
Yes.
Then how only you?
Yes, I need to let go. I need to be in 100%. I need to give.
So what is holding you back from letting go? Why you are not letting go?
Actually, there's nothing holding me. I don't know why I'm not able to do this.
But you're clinging on to something. I'm not asking you what. You're clinging on to something, correct?
Maybe. I'm not able to. No, AiR, I'm really, actually, I'm not able to realize because I don't need to cling now to anybody.
But you don't need to that. But you are clinging. You are clinging.
Maybe. And when you say in being yoga, it's like thoughtlessness, right?
You know, this one more song that since you are fond of songs, you must always repeat this song, Rekha. You must say, मेरे दिल में भोले सा करो, बस जाओ ऐसे जगह ना छोड़ो, ढूंढूं दिल में बस तू ही तू देखूं, कोई और हो ये तमन्ना ना हो.
Yes.
मेरे दिल में तू हो और कुछ नहीं हो, सांस सांस में प्रभु तुम बस तुम ही हो, ऐसा हो जाए तो जीवन सफल हो. So don't sing now. Don't only sing now. This you have to sing every day to yourself.
Yes.
If you sing in Zoom call, it doesn't help.
No, I sing to myself, AiR. All air bhajan hai, definitely. I live in samsar ki maya se mukt hona.
The problem with you is what Yogini, Bliko, if you see major people are having the same problem. People are having the major problem is the same problem. We are clinging on to the world.
Yes.
And that's why we are missing SIP.
And though we know that nothing we are going to take and nothing is ours.
No, what we are clinging to is meaningless. That we have to
Very
understand.
meaningless.
I told you this year, only 2 weeks back, I was stuck on something. I was stuck. I let go. I just let go. 2 weeks back, I was stuck. I was so badly stuck. I just said, let go. We have to have the courage. Girish, yes, Girish.
Thank you, AiR.
Thank you.
So as to continue being in yoga and not slip into bhoga, we need not renounce masala dosa, chutney, sambar. But while enjoying that, we should remember the entity which made enjoying the food possible. Is it right?
So you're giving an answer or you're asking a question?
Is it right? So while enjoying food,
who told we must not enjoy?
yes.
Have I ever told you?
Yes.
Have I ever
still,
told?
Still remain in yoga during enjoyment of the food. Is
But that's
remembering the entity which made it possible. Is it
but
right?
that's what we are not doing, na, Girish. See what Girish, the problem is when we are clinging onto something with one hand. If we are in the second hand, we have in yoga, then it's fine. What is happening? We are clinging onto something with one hand. Then we are feeling that we don't have a grip of this. We leave the yoga hand. Both hands are coming on clinging samsara. Because we are insecure to lose the samsara. First, samsara is holding one hand. And one hand is yoga. Now what happens? Samsara hand is testing us. Samsara is shaking us. What we do? We leave the yoga hand. We leave the yoga hand. Both the hands are caught catching samsara. Now what happens, Girish? What happened to yoga?
Became bhoga.
Became bhoga. And if bhoga, if you're holding on, clinging on to bhoga, and the bhoga flight takes off, where you will be? You will be in bhoga land.
Yes.
You will be in bhoga land. When you wake up from your sleep, you will be far away in bhoga land.
The
How will you come back?
Hangover of worldly life. Sometimes.
No. Therefore, Girish, I often say this call is so important, right? This call keeps us grounded. This call keeps us grounded to the reality of life. And if we slip away, the problem is once we slip, we forget SIP. Once we slip, we forget SIP. We must not lose the grip. I'm telling, I like to give you rhymes. No, once we slip, we forget SIP. We must not lose the grip going on another trip. The moment we are going on another trip, we lose SIP. It is very simple. It's up to us. We have to make a choice. And if you don't mind giving up SIP, it's fine. If you don't mind, if you think giving up SIP, it's okay, then it only shows that your mind is in command of you and your buddhi has become buddhu. It's not easy. And what I'm telling you, I'm also telling you it's not easy, but it is the way to do it. There is no other way. There is no easier way. There is no other way. There's only one way.
For example, when we enjoy a nice food, what we can think of? Oh, Sip, you gave me this opportunity to enjoy this food. What thought we can bring in?
So the problem is not that when we are enjoying the food, that what, it's not the only thing. The point is that we are enjoying the food. Then tomorrow we are enjoying the food and the drink. Then day after tomorrow we are enjoying the food and the drink and the cigarette. Finally, SIP is out of the picture. SIP will disappear. How many people you see in this call who are coming on this call? coming, then going. How many people you have seen? You know, should you look? You know the names, or I should give the names? Many names. What happened, Girish, to all the people? Why they slip?
They cannot live clinging to samsara.
Gone, Girish. Now where they are gone, we don't know. Where they are caught, where they are lost, they have gone on another trip. Now to get out of the trip and to come onto this ship, not easy.
Once they slip, they lose ship.
Yes. And this ship will be sailing.
Yes,
This
they cannot
ship will be
catch.
sailing. Yeah, then they, because this ship is already in the far off in the seas. How will they come on that ship?
Yes.
The ship of Sip. How can you climb the ship of Sip when it is already sailing?
जब भगवान सबको अकल दे रहा था, तू कहाँ था?
So there's a beautiful song. Since we don't have too many people, I wrote this song about 20 years back, 15 years back. It says, इतनी अंधेरी थी वो अमावस की रात, बढ़ता था मैं ना जानू कहाँ, शिव के विश्वास में बढ़ता गया, रात के अंधेरे ने सफर ना रोका, फिर कुछ हुआ, जागृत हुआ. I was on a ship and I was going in the dark ocean. There was nothing I could not see. And the song said, हूँ मैं जहाज भव सागर में, जाता कहाँ जानू ना मैं, अंधकार में कुछ ना दिखा, बढ़ता गया समुद्र में. Do we have the courage? This journey sometimes is dark. You have the courage to go on this journey. If you love Sip, you will go. Because even though it is dark, you're holding the hand of Sip. And when you're holding the hand of Sip, you have the grip. You have faith. You move on. Okay, so Harsh, we have a few minutes before we close. Just time to close. But if anybody wants to ask me any question, Harsh, we'll be closing in 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. I just want to know that is there anyone in your knowledge or you have heard about who before the death achieved the 100% existing rate in the SIP, 100% in the SIP, no pain? Because I am now thinking like these things are normally viral, that even you are at this state, but you do not know what is the reality, that you will live your life in a combination of pain and eternal joy. And in the end of the life, you will see before your death that you are not still able to achieve 100% taste of eternal joy of SIP, and you are still in the pain. Because even you are at any state, at any joy, even at the place of manifesting, even at the place of you can decide what is your future, at any power, but still you will fall down. And this is normally named as the name of the right sadhana which you should do. Because what we are actually doing, we were sleeping before, then our eyes opened and we start seeing some things. Now we are using those things, we are knowing that those things are better than this world. So people are saying that this will take more time than you are thinking, that you are thinking you have got this state, you have got the enjoyment. Even they are saying, even when you would be able to manifest the things, even at that state, you even heard about the rishis getting angry. If they are angry, how they can release themselves from the world? So they are saying that even at any state
So,
you are,
so
you
what
will
you're trying
get
to,
back.
are you trying to say that this enlightenment and liberation is a fairy tale? It won't happen. That's what you're trying to say.
No. I am trying to say, I am asking you because you are aged. I am just 22-year-old and you are very aged. So I'm trying to asking you that do you know anyone who have achieved complete existence in SIP? Or
There are many. There are many who have achieved. What makes you think anyone? There are many.
without
The first thing is you're saying I'm very aged when I am bilkul zero age. Because you don't even realize I am ageless, I am birthless and deathless. You're saying I'm aged. That means first you must get to the realization. I am the Atma.
I said
I am
you
the
that
Atma which has no age.
yes.
I am ageless.
The reason why I said age is that I am seeing that the more time we give in this path, the more we see, the more we know. So thought you are very aged, means you have a lot of experience, and I asked to you about,
The
is
body,
there anyone who released the pain perfectly 100%?
there are many people. There's Ramakrishna Paramahansa and Vivekananda. There is Adi Shankara. There's Ramana Maharishi. There's Guru Nanak. There are many people who have been able to bypass pain, who have reached that state of liberation and enlightenment and liberation. So Harsh, we have to trust, we have to believe. And this whole session today is that. If you're 22, you're very lucky you're in this call at 22. There are some people who are 72 and 82 and they're struggling. There are people who are 42, 52, 62. It is not about how old your body is. It is about how sincere you are. Are you catching hold of SIP? SIP is what you want. Don't slip, catch hold of SIP. And remember, there are just two key important words. One word, enlightenment. Second word, enlightenment or realization. If you want to rhyme it, then the first word is realization and second word is liberation. You want these two things. You want realization, you want liberation. And I hope that as you come on this call regularly, you will reach that. My dear friends, today's call, I'm closing by telling you this. Please analyze. Please analyze where you are. Are you missing knowledge? Are you missing realization? Are you missing liberation? Are you liberated, but you are missing yoga? Or are you already liberated, enlightened, and liberated? Then what are you doing? Are you ready to unite with the divine? And if you are not on this journey fully, then it's time to realize that you need to make some decisions, because other than this journey, life is nothing but a waste, a complete waste. And we realize this too late. I hope this call will awaken us. I fold my hands and I bow down to all of you. Tomorrow we meet you at 8.